Hello people. Now today, I don't know if you guys take me bloody glasses off. I don't know if you guys remember, but about a month ago, the electricity company decided to put a generator outside our properties because they'd cut through a cable up the road and they blew my tablet up. Well, it was fine until the generator went in. And the next minute I'm playing on radio and smoke starts pouring out of my tablet. So it's kaput, finito, finished. I ended up making one good one out of another, which was the Surface Pro 1 and 2. It was the 2 that got blown up. All damaged by the electricity company. So I bought this on eBay. For £30 with a broken screen. Now this is the Surface Pro 3, 128 gig. They're very good, I think, for what they are. So today we're going to attempt replacing the screen because I bought it with a broken screen. There's the screen. Now the actual LCD is okay, there's no problem, but obviously as you can clearly see the glass is broken, and to separate this from the LCD is just a pain in the butt. And unless you've got ultraviolet equipment, you have to apply heat to this as well to remove the glass. So the solution was to buy another screen, which cost me 3 times more than the tablet was, but still it works out cheaper than going out spending £1,000 on a new tablet. So I'm gonna give you a little as it's late, I'm on my own here. What's the time? Yeah, it's 2:30 in the morning. Very quiet, dead silence. Good time to be doing stuff like this. So I thought I'd give you a little insight on how to replace your screen. This is not something for the faint-hearted. You've got to have some experience and be very patient. Luckily, removing the old one wasn't too bad. But now I'm going to install the new one. So stay tuned. Right, I'm away from the camera, so you don't have to put up with my ugly mug anymore. Now, as you can clearly see, I've removed the old LCD from the actual tablet, which was like that. I've taken it off and removed, get my hand out of the way so you can see, there it is. Remove the cable from there. Now I'm going to attempt to install a new one. So here goes for nothing. Right, it's very important that once you remove the surface, as in the screen, off, have patience. You need a hairdryer or a heat gun, plastic tools to gently prise it up as you heat the glue. So once the glue is heated up, it deactivates, so you can physically it's very strong stuff, to be fair. So without heat you won't get it off without doing a lot of damage. So we've already done that. You're not going to have to watch me do that. Once you've done that, the next real thing to do is to clean up all these edges, so all the way around the edge of the tablet. As I say, this is the Surface Pro 3. This is the i5 120. Well, it actually was originally a 64 gig, but I've upgraded it to 128. Luckily, my Surface Pro 2 memory went straight in. So yeah, I've already tested the tablet and it's all good. I mean, it's not in great condition, but it'll do me. So like I say, the first step once you've removed the screen is to disconnect the cables from the tablet, and again very carefully. Digitizer connector, I don't know if you can see that from there, let's move it closer to the camera. Digitizer connectors there, and the LCD connector is there. I've obviously already removed and swapped the cable for the LCD onto the new screen. So like I say, I'm probably repeating myself because it is late. The edges of the screen, the edges of the actual tablet need to be thoroughly cleaned because it will be riddled with glue. I found label remover, moving most of it off, we're picking it off with my fingers really. But it's important that you make sure the whole of the edge where the screen seats is clean. No point trying to fit it with all the old glue there, and you know, it's just not gonna cut it, to be fair. So I've already prepped that, cleaned everything off, removed all these shadows of glass, and I've started to put the double-sided tape, which is LCD double-sided tape, so it's pretty strong stuff. And yeah, so let's carry on. So like I say, if you've got patience, you should be fine. If you haven't, then take it to a shop. But I'm bored, and I thought I'd get other people. Thought I'd just show you guys what I'm doing, basically. You know, I've got a sad life and all that, so this is very strong double-sided tape. It's specifically designed for sticking LCDs back down, so this is what I'm going to do. I've finished bitching about Apple now, their phone that they released with problems, but they've released an update, it's all sorted now. So anyone that watched that video, as long as you've updated, you should be fine. So we'll move on to Microsoft now. Now they don't make these very easy to service. You know, for any guy out there, tech guy that knows what he's doing, they're not easy things to service because you've got to remove the screen. 9 times out of 10 you'll end up breaking them trying to get them off anyway. Unless you have patience. And if you apply too much heat to the screen, you'll damage the screen, because LCDs don't like getting too hot. If you get it too hot, you'll cause problems with the screen. So this is just like, say, double-sided tape. I'm just gonna obviously I'm just prepping it ready for the LCD to go on. I'm obviously not going to stick it down until I know the screen is all up and running. I bought the screen on eBay. So I bought one before on eBay, and it was I've had no issues until it decided to go bang due to a power surge. So, and I miss it dearly because it was a good, if you want a decent tablet that operates like a powerful laptop, these things are not bad, to be fair. I can't afford a new one, so my option was to buy one that was already busted, that someone has already broken.
And like I say, there is 2 layers to this. You've got the bottom layer and then you've got the top layer. Get my head out of the way. So it's just, I mean, I really could do with thicker stuff really. So I'm having to run it down the side several times, twice in this case, to make sure that when I do actually decide to stick the thing back down, it's going to stay down. So I will not be peeling the top layers off until I'm happy that everything is working how it should. So that edge is done. That edge we've already done. This edge is done. And I may decide to do an upgrade on this in the future, so I don't want to, I'm not sure. I haven't made my mind up. At the moment it's got 128 in it. It started off with 64. SD is flash memory. SSD is here. And it was the same as what was in my Surface Pro 2, which is no more. But anyway, I'm waffling here. Like I say, all you need to do, first things first, prep the actual outside of the tablet. Make sure that it's clean. And then you can put this tape down, which is what will be used to seal the device back up again. My head's getting in the way here, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's like I say, it's not a customer unit, so. But if anyone has got a broken screen Surface tablet and is watching this video, if you have patience, it's achievable to replace it. I didn't want to risk trying to separate the screen from the glass, so I went out and bought a whole new screen, which is, I've not shown you yet, which is here. So that's the new one. I've already installed the LCD cable, and under here, like I say, these cables are extremely fragile. You have to be extremely delicate. So here we go. So this is the, now I don't like what Microsoft has done with this. They've done a stupid idea. Now, when I turned the tablet over once I'd removed the screen, but the system they've got for this type of screen is not great. I don't like it, because I didn't realise that if you lose this piece, where's the camera? There it is. If you lose this piece, you're buggered, and I nearly lost it. So, and this sits down on top of there. Again, it's extremely delicate. Let's put the screen down. It's extremely delicate. It's a little piece of PCB basically. One side has balls, the other side has balls. I'm going to try and reinstall that because it fell off as I was replacing the screen, as I was removing the screen off the ribbon cable. But there's location tabs that make it quite easy to re-put back on. So again, when you, as far as I'm aware, it'll only be Surface Pro 3 up, because I don't know, I've not done a Surface Pro 4. I've done a 1 and a 2, and it's a pop down cable like this here. But this, well, it obviously works because it's basically held down by one screw. So we're almost there, ready to do the actual, put the LCD on and do a test to make sure that it's good. I know the tablet's good, but you never know with these screens that you buy, because it's not an original. It's still £105, but still going to work out cheaper than buying a new tablet. So it goes for nothing. Now obviously when you install this, you need to be, it might help if I actually put it the right way, mightn't it? You need to be extremely careful, because you can quite easily tear these cables. Again, this one's not too bad because it gives you plenty of space to be able to lay it down next to the tablet to do the installation. When I say lay it down, you can't actually lay it right down, you have to prop it up a little bit. So I'm working on the floor because my bench has a customer TV on it at the moment. Because I'm working on foam, I need to find something that will just sit behind there and hold that up for me. So, like I say, I'm actually on the floor. That way I can't drop anything or lose anything. Right, okay, let's see how we get on here. There is location pins and a small screwdriver that holds it. So let's get the tools I need. And see what happens. And I can find the screwdriver that actually fits the screw, which I've now just found. Okay. It's just as I say, I don't understand why they didn't use a push down system that they normally use on phones and tablets, but on this one I hate the system, to be honest. But like I say, just be patient, don't force anything, and nothing can go wrong. Well, in theory nothing can go wrong. I'm just going to insert this into the actual screwdriver itself that it should be in, just to make sure that's tightened up. Okay, so like I say, there's a metal plate that sits, that's part of the cable that sits down and pushes down on that, on them pins, that piece of PCB that I put in that then makes contact with the board underneath. So that to me looks good. So that's the LCD connected. Now obviously this has got a digitizer as well for touch, and this is the system I'm used to. This cable should in theory, if you align it correctly, should just clip down onto that like so. But again, like I say, don't stretch these cables or you'll tear them. They are extremely fragile, and that's it basically, apart from sticking it back down. But I'm not going to stick it back down. I'm going to test it first. Let's just see. Obviously, if you've damaged any edges of the aluminium, in this case, makes it more tricky, because I'm seeing guys with pliers trying to straighten things out. I mean, if it was me and there was a lot of damage to the edges, you're likely to break the new screen when you go to stick it down, and you're back to square one. So once you crack the glass, that's it. So let's lay it in position and make sure that it does physically fit, which it does. Okay, so all it's left to do, so I'm not going to stick it down until I know everything's good. And I'm actually umming and ahhing if to take the 256 SSD that's in my Surface Pro 1, which came out of my Surface Pro 2. When it blew up, I installed it into the Surface Pro 1 just to give me more memory, and it also meant I didn't have to reload Windows, and it was basically like I was up and running to where I was before. Today's technology, laptops have the serial number of the operating system stored in the BIOS. That's how it knows that it's all legit. So it's very good, Windows 10, to be fair. I can't really fault it. Anyway, let's see what happens if I switch this on, if I get anything. Which I do, which is a good sign. Let's just turn it around. Let's see if I've got touch though. So we're up and running. You've got reflection because I've got the light above it. So I'll turn out the light so we can see better. And let's see, it may not work. Why this? The issue is here, I'm not seeing any touch. Okay guys, I'm back with video number 2. As you saw from the first video I done, I installed the screen. You saw the preparation of doing that, but we had an issue where I had no touch. It turned out to be that the fact that where I'd taken the RAM SSD memory from my Surface Pro 2 and installed into this tablet, the touch driver wasn't right, so I had to remove the touch driver, reinstall touch driver. But just to show you guys now that I actually do have touch. So we're all good. I did look a bit of an idiot when I powered it up. The screen came up but no touch. But that was why I sat down and had to think about it. And because, like I say, the RAM isn't the original memory from this tablet, it's from a different tablet, the touch driver was wrong. So I had to reinstall the driver, and it seemed to fix everything. So thank you for watching. Hope I didn't bore you too much, and there we go. We have a tablet back again now. I'm happy.